So my lovely Neverfull video on TikTok kind of went sort of viral and blew up over the last day. And I'll explain that in a minute. I thought that maybe it would be a good time to go over it on here because I don't think I've actually shown you guys this one since I got it. I bought it pre-loved because they don't make this exact color combination anymore. They make the pink interiors, but only in the checkered versions, not the monogram, and I prefer it this way. But this was a real one produced, if you watch, there's lots of YouTube videos on it, produced back around like 2015 through 2017 or so. I think my date code is for 2015. But basically, I went to the Louis Vuitton store yesterday to get my initials stamped on my bag because you can get that done and it's free. And they seemed confused by, and I didn't tell them it was pre-loved or anything because people were like, oh, it's because they knew. And I'm like, no, they actually didn't know. They immediately, the girl originally was like, oh, it's too patinaed, we can't do it. And I'm like, I was in here about a month ago just to ask that question first, and they said, absolutely, come back when we're like less busy and we can even do it in that same day. So I said, oh yeah, sure. And they were like, it's fine, you can still do it, you just can't do the colored one, which was fine for me. I was fine with it because my old one here, still, it looks a lot better. I did the same thing. I got the date code stamped on it, or my initials stamped on it, and they had to do the same thing because it was still, even though it looks very new, it was still more worn. So anyway, went to get that done. The first girl also was kind of like, okay, well, let me go ask my manager. Like, okay, fine. The manager comes over and they're both just kind of looking at it like, I don't remember this color ever being made. And I'm like, this color was absolutely made. And they still didn't know, again, that I was not the original owner of this bag. So then the one lady, like, they were trying to look it up online, which granted, there is not a ton of information on this particular colorway online, except for ones for sale. So it is a little confusing. I just assumed at Louis Vuitton, like, I know they can't know everything. I just assumed they would have some sort of database where they can look up, like, yes, this was a bag that was made. Like, these are all the iterations of a Neverfull that were made, and this gives them, you know what I mean? Just assumed that was something they could look up or something. So, like, they asked me if I had the receipt, and I was like, well, no, because it wasn't my original bag, but I have the authenticity, like, information that I got from when I got it, and I did show them that. And they just kept going, well, I just don't know. And I was like, I know people who have this real bag. This is a colorway that they made. And I was very nice about it. And they were still very nice to me too. Eventually the manager just said, she's like, my only concern is if this isn't a real bag, which I'm like, I know it is, that if we do anything and the leather doesn't act like leather should because it's not real, it might ruin your bag and we are not responsible. And I'm like, okay, I'm not worried about that. So then they were like, if we're on the same page, we can do it. And I said, yep, that's fine. So they took down my information, and then like within an hour I had it back. But in that time frame I had made a video on TikTok about this, and so many people like immediately, like I'm still getting so many comments that I can't even keep up with them, and I don't know how people do this all the time. But so many people were like, I remember that bag. So many YouTubers had videos on that bag, and I'm like, that's what I thought. Like, I know this is a real bag, but it made me really like question myself for a minute there because I was nervous when I bought this secondhand because you never know. And I went with a friend kind of talked me through it who's done this a lot, and she's very knowledgeable about luxury items and resale and stuff. And everybody I've talked to is like, yes, that's a real bag. That's very real. And like, even she said, like, there's very small details that like fakes don't get right. But anyway, so I just like, it really like worried me for a second that I did have a fake bag that I spent that money on. And I'm like, what? But no, this is a real bag. And it really was one they made. Plenty of people have it. It's just that this particular colorway with the monogram and baby pink is no longer in production. I don't know when they stopped, but they stopped before I got my other one, which is the whole reason I got this one. Because at the time, this and the damier ben, which is the brown checkered, were the only options. So I picked this one because the light just seemed more my vibe. And I do like it, but as you can see, I've barely used it. I've babied this one because it's white. I take it out for mostly special occasions, which most people think like Neverfull is not for a special occasion. That would be more like a Chanel or something. But anyway, this one I've been using all the time already. And I have conditioned the leather. I don't love the smell of the conditioner I have. I've only done it once. I don't know how often I'm supposed to do it, but I have conditioned it because I want to try and keep the leather looking as good as I can. But now I'm kind of figuring if I ever have to get leather replaced, like they're not going to do it. They're just going to look at it again and go, I don't know, you're not the original owner, or I don't know. I don't know how they would know that you weren't like given it by a family member or something, but I don't know. But anyway, so I did get my initials put on it. You can see them there. And yes, I did get my middle initial put in the middle, which I know is not normally how you do it, but when the letters are all the same size, that's the best way to do it, because otherwise it looks like my last initial is C if I were to, like, You know, I mean, if I were to put that at the end, only if the middle letter had been bigger would I have put my like last initial at the end, in the middle. But yeah, my other one, as you can see, I only did the 2 letters. So, but either way. And now I wanted to just go through and show you guys what I have in here, because I've never done that with this bag. It is a little overloaded and I try really hard not to, but I can't help myself all the time. So as you can see, I put this cute little keychain on here. We've got this little pearl keychain, and then this is actually from Royal Opera House when I was there. Sorry, you probably can't hear me talking behind the bag. The keychain is from Amazon, but this is from Royal Opera House when I was there in 2019. So I just thought that looked really cute. I'm not like super into the bag charm thing that everybody's doing, but I really like how feminine this makes my bag look. So let's open it up in here. Now I do keep an insert in these bags because they're real and I don't want the bottom to get damaged, like if I can help it, but also just to help with the shape. So this one in here is actually for the Longchamp bag, but I like that it's nylon and it has a close, like a zipper close. So like I could actually zip it shut, and then my Neverfull is technically like a zipped up bag, so no one can get into those things. So I really like that. I have a lot of stuff in here though. More than I need. So in this little pocket here right now, I just have my new wallet, which is my new little Michael Kors wallet. I still like, I don't love this. Like it's too kind of bulky and I don't know, stiff for me. I could not get my ID out yesterday at the doctor. So I got that. And then I just have a Touchline hand sanitizer in a little baggie because, well, obviously it's a real Neverfull. I'm going to protect it. But even in any of my purses, I keep anything liquid in a baggie because I'm too weird about that. So those are both in the top. And before someone mentions it, I don't like the Touchline pouches. They add so much bulk that I do not need, so I'm not doing that. Right now, I don't really have anything in this. Sometimes I keep a little notebook in here. Right now, I just have pads, some coupons, samples, receipts, and my little authenticity code things in here. Probably could put my other receipts in here, too. I just haven't done that. Or my little doctor appointment things in here. I could put those in here. So that's all that's in here. I don't keep much in that because everything else is pretty much in this. So if I take this out, my bag is now empty. So now I'm just going to go through this and show you because it's a little easier if I were to lift it up. On the outside pocket, I keep my little camera batteries in a little pouch. I keep all my receipts in that back pocket. I keep my little Chanel compact powder in this pocket, so it's all in a pocket. And then, oh, I have some like little throat drops because I've been sick. I have another little keychain on here that I got, but it's kind of a little clacky for me. It makes a little too much noise, but it's still pretty cute. So I've had that in this pocket just because I don't really know what to do with it at the moment. So, and then in my bag, I have my AirPod Pros in this little pink quilted case. I have, at the moment, my Kindle, which I don't always have with me. And I just have a ballet book, oops, that I've been reading. And then I have, as always, my Fujifilm X106, which this camera is heavier than the older iterations, so that is part of it. And I have the little thumb grip and things, so it's added a little bulk to it. But it just, I can't go anywhere without this. More than anything, I have to have this camera because I just love taking photos and memories on it all the time. With that, I don't always carry these, but lately I have been. I have the 2 little conversion lenses for it. So one lens makes it a like more portrait lens. It zooms it in, so it's like a 50 millimeter, and you just add it onto the front of the camera. That thing's a little bulky, but all of these make it like a weather sealed camera if I use these, whereas some of my other cameras with these types of lenses are not. And then this little lens makes it wider. So if I need a wide shot, like a group shot or something, I've got that. And that's just an easy way for me to just keep a good camera with me all the time. I have 2 little granola bars in here because you never know when you're hungry. I have my L'Occitane hand cream. I do really like these hand creams. I'm trying to find a good one because the one I used is no longer in production. It was a one I got from work, but not by that brand. And then I have a little Sharpie gel pen. I love these. And then the last thing, oh, I have a camera strap in here too, just because in case we go out somewhere and I'm like, I'd like to put my camera on me and walk around while we take photos, which we do sometimes. I want to have that. So let me put this back in here. Okay, last thing is this little pouch that I love that I got off Amazon. And most of the stuff is on Amazon, so you can always look at my links. I don't know if they're on YouTube if they work, but they're definitely on like my Instagram and stuff. And I have a little ballet keychain on here that I think I got on like, I don't know, Temu or Shein, I don't remember. So inside this is like my essentials pouch. It does have more than I possibly need in here, but every time someone needs something, I have it. This is a new addition. I have some loop earplugs that are for like loud environments where you still want to be able to hear and talk to people. So I'm a photographer. Sometimes I'm at events or weddings with receptions that are very loud, and I used to be an audiologist. I want to protect my hearing, so that's where these come in handy. So I have those. Let's pull all of these out. I have a lot of stomach issues. So I have a baggie with some Advil and stomach medicine, but also my nausea, or well, basically it's it's motion sickness medicine, but that's what I use. Oh my gosh, I need to adjust these settings now because the sun just came out for the first time today. But what I was saying is these are my like motion sickness medicine, because sometimes when I'm nauseous from my stomach issues, that's all that helps. So I have liner, because you never know. Oh my gosh, it's bright again. I also have a little Tide wipe, which I keep in this because sometimes these Tide things get all over everything. So, but they're so handy. Oh, more nausea medicine. Another pat or liner. I have, this is a deodorant wipe. They don't work great, but in a pinch, it's something. So I have a little bit of gum left in here. I have my air tag. I have 2 different hair ties. Let's see here. I have, oh, this is my SD card reader. This is the Apple one. I trust those more. I have a little lens camera wipe, phone wipe thing. It's just a little cloth. More short drops. This one random little like Chanel type scrunchy thing. I have my pocket knife, which I constantly need for scissors and things. I have, this is actually a lens wipe. So it's a little tiny, tiny brush, but it is for lenses, for camera lenses. So I keep that with me in case I ever forget mine when we're out on a shoot or something. This fits so much, and yeah, it's not even full usually. I have my little chapstick. I've really been liking this lip oil stuff from YSL. I think it's so fun. I really liked this. This is the Too Faced lip injection. I have still my wedding lipstick, which is the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in Ludwig. I have Summer Fridays lip balm in vanilla beige, which is amazing. I have a Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Pillow Talk. I have a little Tarte concealer, because usually my sunglasses or glasses take off makeup on my nose, and that really annoys me. I have like these 2 random hair clips, and these are the only clips that work in my hair for whatever reason. I have this, oops, gosh, we're losing everything. I have this awesome pen from Amazon that I love so much. I have a couple of them. It's just very pretty pink, but it writes really well too. And then I have a French hairpin. I am still struggling to figure these things out, but maybe it's just because I have like a more plasticky one. And then I have some bobby pins. This is just a little part of my camera that's sitting in there. And then this is like a simple little thing. You're gonna laugh. It's literally just a little pen keychain from when I was in Scotland when I lived in England. And it's just a mini pen, and I think it's cute, and I like to keep it in there. But that's all that's in there. Oh my goodness. Now I have to put it all back in here somehow. Oh gosh, I'm losing everything. But I know it's loaded up. I do know that, but I don't usually actually carry my Kindle with me, because 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna need it anymore. That used to be more when I was single and I was driving myself places. Now, okay, we got everything. So, it's a little emergency kit. I don't always take the little lenses with my camera either, so it is a little full right now, but like, if I didn't have my Kindle in there, and if I didn't have like those 2 little lenses in there, it is much more manageable, like weight. But that's kind of the whole point of the Neverfull, is it's never full. You can like put stuff in it. I know people say they put tons of stuff in it all the time, and yeah, I don't want to damage the straps, but also I want to use it. I don't want to be afraid to use it. The same friend who helped me buy this, or helped me like understand where to buy things like used and stuff, is the same person I talked to about the fact that I don't ever really wear this one because I'm too afraid to, because it's white and I'm so protective of it. And granted, she has like Birkins, she has other stuff, like, so girl knows what she's doing, but she uses them all the time. She's like, I am a firm believer, if you buy the luxury items, you're using them. Like, and I get if you can buy more, it's a little easier to say that, whereas like this may be the only one I ever have. If Louis Vuitton ever decided to re-release this color option again, the monogram with the baby pink interior, I would buy it. I would buy it. Because I've always wanted to have one that was my own and not one that's like already used and a little worn. So, oh yeah, and usually my iPhone 15 is also in here too. So, but that's it. That's my baby, and I'm very happy with it. But it was just kind of funny how it blew up on TikTok, and then I kind of realized I don't think I've ever gone over this bag since I got it. I don't think I've ever talked about it on here. So, but I'm very excited about it. I've had it for a few months now. So